I wish I were joking. Last Sunday, I was doing what millions of people do every week, unloading groceries from my car. Nothing dramatic. Just 3 reusable bags and a 12-pack of LaCroix. But when you live in an HOA-run neighborhood with an overzealous neighbor named Karen, even groceries can become criminal activity. Let me set the scene. I just returned from the local farmer's market. I shop there every weekend. It's one of the few joys I have after a brutal workweek. I like fresh produce and I really like their homemade sourdough. So I was minding my own business, earbuds in, carrying my groceries toward my condo when I heard it. A throat clear, sharp, passive-aggressive. I turned, and there she was, Karen, standing with her arms crossed like I just spray-painted her porch. "Excuse me," she said. I pulled out an earbud. "Yeah. Where did you get those groceries?" At first, I thought she was just making small talk. I replied, "Farmer's Market, over by Maple Street." She narrowed her eyes. "Interesting, because someone stole groceries from my porch last week, including sourdough. And look what you're carrying." I blinked. "You think these are yours? From last week?" Karen stepped closer. "Yes, that's the same brand of bread. And those are my favorite tomatoes. Heirloom. I only buy heirloom." I stared at her. "You realize heirloom tomatoes exist in multiple places, right? Like stores." She didn't blink. "I'm calling the HOA. And the police. You shouldn't even be living here. Renters aren't allowed." "I'm not a renter. I own my unit and have for 3 years." She's just never accepted that someone who doesn't wear pearls to take out the trash could possibly afford to live in her curated neighborhood. I ignored her and kept walking. She followed. "Stop right there. I know those are my groceries. You probably took them." Then tried to recreate the haul to throw me off. I almost laughed. "You think I made a list based on your stolen groceries and replicated it a week later just to mess with you?" She took out her phone. "I'm calling the police." I figured she was bluffing. She wasn't. 15 minutes later, as I was putting things in the fridge, 2 squad cars pulled up outside. Through the blinds, I could see Karen dramatically pointing at my unit like she was leading a raid on a drug house. There was a knock. I opened the door to 2 very tired-looking officers. "Sir, we received a call about possible stolen groceries?" I gestured to the kitchen. "You mean the ones I just bought at the farmer's market?" Karen tried to barge in. "Don't let him hide them. Check his fridge." One of the officers calmly held her back. "Ma'am, this is not how this works." I offered to show receipts, even showed the timestamp Venmo I used to pay the sourdough guy at the market. The officers nodded, clearly annoyed to be dragged into a dispute over tomatoes. They turned to Karen. "Ma'am, unless you have evidence that this gentleman stole your property, this isn't a police matter. Please refrain from using emergency services unless there's a real emergency." Karen sputtered. "He's lying. I know he is." "Ma'am," one officer said, "we're not fruit detectives. Don't call again unless you have video or witnesses." After they left, I thought it would be over. But not with Karen. The next day, I got a passive-aggressive violation warning from the HOA, citing suspicious behavior involving perishable goods. No rule number, just vague Karen essay. So I went to the next HOA meeting, brought the receipt, played the audio from my doorbell cam of Karen accusing me. The board wasn't impressed with her antics. Karen was formally warned for harassment and misuse of community authority. She's now banned from making direct complaints against neighbors without evidence or board approval. As for me, I still go to the farmer's market every Sunday. Now, I wave to Karen as I walk in with my heirlooms and sourdough, sometimes extra loud, just for effect. I even got a tote bag printed with the words, "These are my groceries, Karen." She doesn't smile back.